Lord, I mistake asking you can give me money in person through PayPal. It's there, blue sky, the signs go, look at the pin sun, go straight to my heart, and let it start. How I can see A1 in time. My GoFundMe is gofundme.com/f/Arlene Lorenzo. I'm currently in place that Eco East. I have electricity in my apartment from the victim of a hate crime. Mostly everyone in my family of origin is Kandake, physician, Kirksida, an illegal prostitute, a rapist, murderer, thief. Says you also money that gets in the way of receiving money that stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicles, we're disgusted. They want to get in the way of my sex money. They don't understand what sex is. I was taking my money. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my home without my permission. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals my vehicles. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals causing money to be separate from me. That's not Target. I can't afford it. I hate those dumb bitches that go around blaming me at Target. Unless you're truly her and you've been left unjustly. Some people blame the industry instead of the true of the poverty. Whereas my family of origin thinks that eventually I'll start blaming Target. Like I've always stuck to blaming them for being thieves, rapists, and murderers. I'm not changing that about me ever. And I'm not joining the circus. I just realized today that I'm glad I don't talk to anyone I grew up around. Otherwise, Andrew possibly would have drugged me and raped me with the people here that work here, so I would pay for my rent in advance. Ese tipo es un puerco, una basura, una atrocidad. I was screaming, like I'm never talking to my family of origin again. Not even my parents were extremely abused. What else? And my parents are war heroes. They look at yourself for diet. Crippling anxiety and depression that Andrew took advantage of to terrorize her even more. She was an orphan until at the age of 6 in the family that took her and abused her extremely, she said. So Andrew took that to his advantage to terrorize her so that she wouldn't provide for me, so he looks better than me. Andrew, I don't ever think about him. I don't ever think about Benjamin having kids. I don't remember his mother's name out of respect to their family would be so disgusting. Then I don't want to be saying like the Sanchez or the Sanchez are somewhere else too. What else? What else? What else? Is that what? In the meantime, this guy looks so pretty. I miss Kilani. I could be at a pool with Jaden Kilani today. I could be in Miami with Jaden Kilani shopping at Kmart. For real. What is there to eat near there again? And there's a hotel. I went on a road trip there, but not from Tampa. Did we make that road trip too? Did we fly to Miami or we drove there? Wasn't it like 8 hours, 6 maybe? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? We may have driven to Miami once. Did we drive there? Possibly. Or did we stop? I'm not on my trips and then we're stopping anywhere that has a good restaurant. Whenever, like, if the kids say, I need to use the restroom, I'm going to get to the next stop. We find the nearest restroom. And they, like, I anticipate that too. So I'm like, let's stop here for if you need to use the restroom. Or I read a map or a sign and say, there's a restroom and there's a McDonald's nearby. Do you guys need to use the restroom? Or you will ask them or me, like, should we stop at the next habitable place? And they'll say if they're good or no, if they're like sure or not. No, good. If just one says yes, I have to use the restroom, yes, I leave, then one stops for the one that has the need, not for the one that's listening. If I just in case you don't know how it works, you were an only child, very sheltered. Your parents picked your brother and said, no, I don't have to stop it. Like, well, I'm allowed to have to use the restroom, you can wait. I wouldn't ever treat my kids that way. They have reasoning for that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm heading over to HEB soon. Possibly was on my hurry. I took 2 bags of trash out. I washed so much of my clothes and washed it. You know, now that garbage can has a bag full of roaches. So I'm tossing away the trash can with the roaches and the trash can. I'm placing a bag over the trash can so as I walk out of the building, no roaches get on me. I'm bringing next bag with me too. And tossing the trash can. So now Jimmy Dendaliris owes me a trash can. Now Rodriguez owes me a trash can. Now Sarah Francis owes me a trash can. Now Berenice Venegas owes me a trash can. Who trafficked me into Boston? Mandalene Herrera owes me a trash can. I can steal them. That's why they didn't further their service. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Things so cute that I wouldn't expose them. Are they still after? What's the next post from CNN that they want? Who wears jeans better? Porque they're tired of hearing Leticia come out in jeans, and people say, but they didn't see Leticia in jeans. Some people is like, it's the saludos that we like when we see it. There was a reason for that post. Saludos. And I thought that I've heard that conversation before. Someone complimenting her on how she wears those shoes. What else? Also, J. Crew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So those people that I grew up around want CNN to post who looks better in jeans, as if they're royalty that never gets seen jeans. What else? What else? You can decapitate Jimmy Gendalini Suarez. Chief terrorist one in my life. What happened between Lorenzo and I in an orgy when I was a toddler was a misunderstanding. Me saying, no, I'm no longer doing the seesaw, swing, trampoline thing because I just realized at age 2 or 3 what feelings are, and you're not a part of that ever. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So Unitenda Ladies Lorenzo Suarez is terrorist one. Joanna Vargas is possibly terrorist two. Yesenia Ramirez Lorenzo is possibly terrorist three. So I'm seeking the death penalty for Joanna Vargas. I'm seeking the death penalty for Yesenia Ramirez Lorenzo. I'm seeking the death penalty for Unitenda Ladies Lorenzo Suarez. I'm seeking the death penalty for that girl that was Andrew age in school, curly hair. Relative of my grandpa, I think, gets much older than me, una puero asquerosa, that threatened me with a hate crime decades ago. So ella lo estaba tratando de matar a él fue en una pelea. Y at school, you can't do that here. It's like if you have a reason to kill him in self-defense, you have to just go for the kill. You can't be like, whoever wins and stays alive, whoever stays alive wins my heart. And two boys in 8th grade were fighting, and I was a kindergartner. I'm like, I went on and stopped the fight, and he started to kill me. I didn't know that. What else? 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 So she got angry at me. She's like, I was so close to giving him, and you interrupted. I didn't know anything about him. What else? And I didn't think school was the place for that type of thing. So maybe someone was like, exactly. Got a cleanup crew for that one. And because she didn't remember that he's a terrorist, she interrupted. Because the cleanup crew doesn't care how they died, if there was a fight or not, they just clean up crew. What else? What else? What else? He was enrolled in school and still doesn't get respect. What else? 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 I'm bored. Los tipos de chica, no tiene su que van masturbándose uno frente al otro. I'd say that adulta and that causes so many miscarriages and grossness. They're trying to kill someone while having sex with them. They're like, I got pregnant and you beat me up and I got miscarriage. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So much stress for healthcare systems is what they are. So what else? 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 I guess so. What else? What else? What else? What else? She didn't need to declare hate crime towards me just because I interrupted. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's like I went to school to study, literally, geometry. Okay, my parents already had taught me basic one and fractions too. But I'm like, I studied this in depth, so I'm like in school with my books, hearing all these people trying to kill themselves, trying to rape each other. I'm in kindergarten, it looks so pretty. Oh, but I was meant to be homeschooled. And my job was to rehabilitate Andrew, Albert, Cuero, Anthony Capisano, I was told. Oh, that's possibly also why I interrupted. Like, but if I'm here for his rehabilitation, how is it that this hasn't worked out yet? Porque Yolanda coerced apparently my parents to sign me up for kindergarten instead of homeschooling me. The orgies that I missed. Ew. And the new people that I missed out on. So that her nephews learn how to be men. Like they didn't learn that within the first few weeks. In fact, two of them Albert, I think, and El Anthony Capizano is directly threatened to kill me. They're like, these are our wives. They suck our dick yesterday, and we have plans to visit them in their bedrooms later. So we're gonna kill you. So they steal my money and they pay for everything for me. Trips all over the planet. They reward the disgustingness of trips all over the planet with the money that they steal from me. And they're like, oh yeah. We have Arlene's favorite ticket at her sales. Why won't he buy every wasted for me? Solamente me lo presta o se lo pone él. Y dice, no, no, no me puedes dejar a mí con esto puesto. What else? What else? What else? Okay, they're accessory for him to get girlfriends in India. He thinks I have Indian heritage. So he uses them to pitch to extort money out of people. They're so smart. That's why they're like so excited when they know how to press the escape button. They're like, I'm gonna take this one to a compact meeting. And Hewlett Packard. And they're getting money, and then they're like, yeah, I have a wisdom budget and couture custom jewelry more expensive than our wisdom for these Indian girls. Oh yeah. How many they've killed when they find out that he steals from me? What else? One person is watching, zero like this post. When does the bus get here? You can get copies. What else? That teacher's so relatable. His name it says on me. I got one. What else? Oh, kids that delivery for a rent. What else? What else? One more. I'm standing. I'm not single, so I'm ashamed. What else? And today when I bathe, I noticed my tan will get bluish eventually. It's not as bright. Oh, I had that. They used to kill it red. Plus, I got it from the commissary. What else? I'm bored. Let's get to one person today. Trying out from this place. NATO intercom. Just as the book. Students international forum. So excited. What else? I'm excited. Tomorrow. Throw away my trash can. I can always replace use HEB bags as I buy food. And hopefully throw them out daily like I was like during the first few days. I don't have money for self-care, so that goes to it's not that I'm not those people that have raped me, that steal from me. All they have there is excuses that I won't even post, and they type just to hear themselves speak out loud. They like the sound of their voice so much that they just talk shit. to people, thinking that I'm gonna post. Look at what this one said about me. Look at this one. What this one said about me 12 years ago. 11 years ago, they were talking about me. Look at what they said. They think they live with me. They're so into stealing from me and trying to rape me that they think that I think of them often, never just to bring them up to the police. Ew. They're so gross. They're disgusting. I have a home myself and I'm going to enjoy today. What else? What else? Incidents? Heading towards the stop. I hate when this light doesn't come to me. Alright, my phone is charged. Just at 3% right now.